like to do with the snacking?
Nonsense.
You're welcome, my stuff.
I was just trying to decide whether to give her back to Jayhawk, you know?
I gave it away for a reason.
Writes a lot of lies there.
That's why.
You need to ask purple for Ellie?
I don't know what I'm not that. You're not going that far? I got
Red
one
and blue makes purple.
kid graduated from Benedictine and one from Washburn. And one from Hayes now, so far I've only purple. I kind of doubt if I do, but we'll see. I'm all right.
Mainly blue, it sounds like.
Yeah, kind of. Red. Benedictine's red.
So the rest must be looking for the clerk.
Yeah, so go ahead and call this meeting to order. Looks like everybody is present. We're gonna start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. At my daycare, I pledge allegiance to the flag.
We're going a little faster than
Is
that.
the- I haven't done it that fast in forever.
Oh,
Come to high school class sometime
just
Do they?
Whoa.
Whoa.
The next item is the empty chair, and it's just kind of a new philosophy that I would like to remind us all of. So, if you think about one of the empty chairs out in the audience, and remember whether it is your child or a child that you know, or a grandchild, but just remember the impact of all of the decisions that we have. As a board, that is who our decisions are for. They should be at the front of all of our discussions.
Thank you. All right. Approval of agenda. So this is where I'm gonna remove letter L. We're gonna deal with that next week. That's discussion on R&R. Next meeting, and I'm going to replace L with, discussion on vehicle replacement. That's right. And that's the only additions or subtractions, so. We have a motion to approve the agenda.
We have to approve the agenda as revised.
I'll second it. All in favor? 7-0. Okay, now we're gonna appoint board officers and set meeting dates. Start with one, clerk, Joanna Baskell.
I moved to have Joanna Baskell as clerk.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. B, deputy clerk, Beverly Keller.
I'll make the motion to have Beverly Keller as our deputy clerk.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. C, treasurer, Lindsay Daniels.
I moved to have Lisa Daniels as treasurer.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Designate the second Monday of each month as a regular meeting date.
Move
Basically
to,
not changing it.
yeah, move to designate the second Monday of each month as our regular meeting date.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, moving on to consent items.
I have a question on the negotiations subcommittee minutes. on my notes, Christie told us that we were 106,235 shortfall. This says 160,000. I'm just wondering where that number came from. She said 41,235 in the general and $65,000 in the LOB.
You're probably correct. I wasn't there. It was Beverly, so you're probably correct. You tell me and I can correct it.
Okay, she told us 106,235.
106
235.
in general.
That was all of it that would have a shortfall of this next coming year.
Okay.
Thank you
I
so
was
much.
just, but yes, I will be glad to change that.
Thank you.
I wasn't there either, but I thought that number seemed higher than what I was thinking.
Just, I'll change that 160 to 106. Okay.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, I'm looking at the daycare report too, and I see that, June is on here, but we still have no, it blows me away, we've had no supplies all year for any toilet paper, cleaning supplies, sanitizing stuff, so I'm wondering, is that gonna look different next month, maybe, that the right amount will be in there, and where has that all went to for the last year for anything that they spent on supplies, there was nothing in there.
A lot of the supplies that were purchased for the daycare were, a grant, in the grant. Those were all purchased with grant funds and they ordered them way, in advance. And so they had bulk funds, like they ordered like buku's toilet paper, paper towels. And a lot of that's donated by some of the parents too, like Grace, or I guess I shouldn't be singling out parents. But a lot of those parents will bring in, like TP and paper towels.
Super, okay.
And stuff like that. But I do know that when we ordered, dishwashing, stuff and dishwashing detergent and, laundry soap
Laundry
and stuff
soap,
like that, we had cases of that ordered at the beginning of the year last year.
Super.
And so I think they're still working through all of that.
Okay.
Because they've never used that much.
I had a question on that as well, on the, well, not the supplies, mine was the payroll in June. I know Sarah was gone, so you paid subs, it looked like. But one sub was, well, both of them were quite considerably higher than what she even got for a month.
Kyra was given a $2,000.
Right,
Yeah.
But, Carol,
Carol
I
was,
was wondering why that was so high.
Carol worked with Kyra. Kyra wasn't licensed to, her license had not gone through the first 2 weeks of June. She wasn't allowed to be with children. So she did paperwork for the full entire first 2 weeks of June. So she had to be the one in there with the kids because she was the adult in charge with the kids. And so she was for 2 weeks. Then she worked with Kyra the last 2 weeks to kind of give her the lay of the land on how it went. So Carol was, pretty much there the entire month.
I just thought $10,000 was a little high for 1 month compared to,
It's never, ever been that high before.
yeah, the Sarah usually gets 3,000 or 3,700 and she,
Kyra does make a lot more.
but I understand that, but I was wondering why Carol's was so high compared to, so, but she.
But that is why,
Oh, okay.
Your question is, you're asking if Carol was paid that sum.
Yes.
Was she paid that? 10?
oh God, no.
Well, it says $10,000.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry,
his
it was
question.
1,000.
No, see, it said
It was,
10,000.
oh,
So
no,
that-
it was $1,000, 1088 or
Okay.
something like that.
That
I
was why
evidently,
Okay, it says
It's all
10,000. and
okay, I evidently, I'm
And
sorry.
I broke
No,
that
it's-
down and
it's
I thought, that's
1,000.
like over
No,
$350
you can
a
look at
day.
your, I'm sorry, you can look at your check and deposit slip register and see that it was
Okay.
only $1,000. I'm so,
Nope,
that was
That's his
my
question.
bad.
Yes, yeah, that's,
I'm sorry, that's on me. I can fix that. Yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
I have another question that I've talking about Joanna before, and we're not getting the capers out of here, and I was just wondering why that's not happening.
I mean, you can say like employee one or employee two, but we can't say specific names unless we go into.
The capers should be on there, Sandy.
Do you know where at, dear?
If you looked at a check and deposit slip register, it shows.
I know, but as our payment as a school for the extra. Now, you said you were leaving the check exactly what they get, so that takes care of that part of the capers, right? But the amount is awfully odd, $6,893.58. So, we talked about the Social Security too, that we have to match. And you were gonna leave the check with Sarah, what she got paid. And
I just wanna make an open comment, we can't say names tied to dollar amounts unless we go into, executive session for coma, like, we can say employee one or employee two, we just can't say their names.
Okay, well, I'm just asking about the capers.
Yes.
You keep asking with a name.
I'm not now, I'm asking about the capers. And that'll pertain to all of them.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't have any idea.
If you wouldn't mind looking into that, because I know we talked about it, and our expense, and maybe I'll just come up and see how you're doing that, because we need to match Social Security on all employees, and also capers is more. What is it, the employee pays 6.2 and the employer pays
Capers is by tiers, depending on where this.
is 12.63. It changed, it went down now, but it was 12.63 is what we pay. So if you're leaving the 6.2% in there, then we only have to take out the difference
I'll
between.
show you on my payroll registry.
Okay.
Because the daycare should be absorbing that though, because it's coming out of fund, everything is coming out of Fund 77, so it shouldn't be costing the district anything. It should
Gotcha.
all be coming out of Fund 77, which is the daycare, so it shouldn't be costing the
Which it all
district.
goes together and comes out of there.
Anything.
Gotcha. Super.
Nothing is coming out of the district. It's all daycare.
Thank you. All right.
Anybody have any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent item A, June 8th, 2026 regular meeting minutes. And B, approval of warrants. And C, approval of financial reports, A through E.
Do we have a second? I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. Citizen concerns, 3 minutes.
Well, good evening. I'm Linda Roan Tittle. I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I would like to ask the board if I could take my 3 minutes to say a prayer.
3 minutes.
Dear Heavenly Father, God Yahweh, I humbly come before you asking for your grace and mercy to cover us in this time of troubles and tribulations. I ask for your forgiveness and for all the things said and what has been in thought, word, and deed. We come now before you with repentant hearts, asking for the Holy Spirit to fill us with your truth and righteousness. Give us the mind of Christ to search out your will in the positions to honor you, Lord, with godly decisions. Build our faith in you, Lord, to know that we will never go wrong following your advice and guidance. Come, Holy Spirit, and fill this place with the fruits of love, peace, joy, patience, meekness, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, and self-control. Lord, remove all demonic and evil spirits in this building, causing anger, frustration, division, haughtiness, deafness, and blindness to be absent in all the classrooms, in the offices, in the gym, and throughout all the property. Lord, I lift up Ross Cox, Mark Coleman, Stephanie Johnson, Sandy Collins, Bruce McCain, Darren Summers, and Dan Brooks, Secretary Board Clerk Joanna Baskell, and our new Superintendent, Deidre Crawford. our principal Andrew Court, and all those in attendance today. Lord, I pray for the Spirit of the Lord, for his godly wisdom, for the knowledge, for his godly knowledge and understanding, for counsel and might, and the fear of the Lord, not the fear of man, but the fear of the Lord, and giving us a discerning heart over every decision made concerning the children, the finances, the care of the property, the educational curriculum, the books, the teachers, and the sports. We also pray for everyone's safety and security and that are on the school ground and in the school during travels, and safety of the vehicles that carry our children to and from events by having preventive maintenance done to the building and vehicles, always being aware of what is going on in our environment, having safety measures put into place. I stand on this scripture, Jeremiah 20:11, for I know the thoughts and plans I have over Wallace County's children, the board and administration, thoughts of peace and prosperity, and not for evil, to give them hope for the future, says the Lord of heaven and earth. I pray this in the name of Jesus and by the power of his blood. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right. Athletic report, none. Administrative report, Sandy, is there in the packet?
Correct.
Anything to add? No.
Unless somebody's got a question.
Bruce is not here.
And he said he didn't have a report.
Okay. Principal report, Andrew, you're up.
Yeah, I was off the last month and it was pretty awesome to be with my kids. That's my whole report.
That's awesome. Thank you. Superintendent report, Deidre, you're up.
Well, I've been here for a whole week now, but I will tell you that last Tuesday and Wednesday, we did meet with the district DLT team and our KISA consultant. Had several Zoom meetings with Dr. Amber Miller, who's our KISA person with the state. Wow, you guys have an amazing DLT team. So I hope that you guys know and realize the 4 people that we have on that team, and that includes Andrew. Just amazing work that they have done as a superintendent coming in, the strategic plan that they already have in place. It's something very easy to walk into and to follow, and to really be able to start building as a team. So you guys really have some great people in place here. And besides that, it's just been meetings, and trying to figure out the lay of the land. I will not remember all of the names of the last 2 weeks, but I'll do my best to start.
That it? That's it, all right, thank you. All right, we're gonna move on to discussion and action items. A, annual organizational decisions. 1, designate Eastern Colorado Bank as official depository.
I'll make the motion to designate Eastern Colorado Bank as the official depository.
Bruce seconded, all in favor? 7-0. 2, designate the Western Times as the official newspaper.
I'll move to designate the Western Times the official newspaper.
Do we have a second? All in favor? 7-0. Number 3, appoint school attorney. We do not have a school attorney. We'll leave that blank. 4, designate Joanna Baskell as authorized representative for the food service program.
I move to designate Joanne Baskel as authorized representative for the food service programs.
I'll second that.
5, designate Deidre Crawford as the authorized representative for all federal programs.
I'll make the motion to designate Deidre Crawford as the authorized representative for all federal programs.
All in favor? Either Mark or Dan on the second. 7-0. Number 6, designate Joanna Baskels as Capers representative and Beverly Keller as additional representative. I'll make the motion to designate Joanna and Beverly Keller as additional reps for Capers.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Number 7, designate Deidre Crawford as school truancy officer, liaison for homeless and foster children.
I'll make the motion to designate Deidre Crawford for school truancy officer, liaison for homeless and foster children.
Second. All in favor? 7-0. 8, designate Deidre Crawford as Title IX coordinator.
I'll make a motion, we designate the Crawford as Title IX coordinator.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. Number 9, designate Joanna Basco as Freedom of Information Officer.
Make the motion to designate Joanna Baskell as Freedom of Information Officer.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Adopt resolution waiving the requirements for generally accepted accounting principles, GAAP.
I'll make the motion to adopt resolution of waiving the requirements of GAAP.
I'll second. All in favor? 7-0. 11, adopt 1,116 hour calendar.
I move to adopt the 1,116 hour calendar.
A second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. 12, designate that the president, vice president, clerk, deputy clerk, and treasurer, superintendent, and high school principal be authorized to sign checks drawn on account number 02-30-2, general, with 3 signatures required.
I move to designate that the president, vice president, clerk, deputy clerk, and treasurer, superintendent, and high school principal be authorized to sign checks drawn on account 02-030-2, general, with 3 signatures required.
Is there a second? All in favor? Bruce was your second, 7-0. Designate that the superintendent, clerk, treasurer, and high school principal may be authorized to sign checks drawn from account number 02-061-3, Wallace County High School Activity Fund, with 2 signatures required.
I'll make a motion to designate that superintendent, clerk, treasurer, and high school principal be authorized to sign checks drawn on account number 02-061-3, Wallace County High School Activity Fund, with 2 signatures required.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. 14, designate that the superintendent, principal, clerk, treasurer, and high school principal be authorized to sign checks drawn from account number 02-003-6, petty cash, with 2 signatures required.
I move to designate that the superintendent, principal, clerk, treasurer, and high school principal to be authorized to sign checks drawn on account 02-003-6, petty cash, with 2 signatures required.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. 15, designate treasurer and clerk as idle funds agents, including CDs. I'll make the motion to designate treasurer and clerk as idle funds agents, including CDs.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. 16, approve petty cash limit of $1,500.
I move to approve petty cash limit of $1,500.
Second. Second. All in favor? 7-0. 17, authorize early payment on claims which provide for a discount for early payment or a penalty for late payment, KSA 12-105B.
I move to authorize early payment on claims which provide for a discount for early payment or a penalty for late payment.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. 18, designate Joanna Baskell and Beverly Keller as determining officials and Deidre Crawford as hearing officer for 2026-2027 school food service agreements.
I'll make the motion to designate Joanna Baskell and Beverly Keller as determining office officials and and Deidre Crawford as hearing officer for 2026-2027 school food service agreements.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. 19, approved breakfast lunch prices, see attachment. What page is it on?
53 a week.
63, you're right. I guess I'm gonna ask you, Joanna, how is it working?
Great, we're not recommending any increases,
These are the same as last year.
yes.
I'll move to approve the breakfast lunch prices, that's for the 26, 27. In red, that's with no changes.
I'll second that, all in favor? 7-0. 20, right? Designate state mileage rate at 70 cents, currently at 67.
70 is the federal
70
rate,
is the
right?
state.
The
It's
state,
same thing.
I attached that.
I don't want to be stuck with whatever they are.
Yes.
I move to designate state mileage rate at 70 cents.
We have a second.
I'll second it.
Aaron's a second, all in favor? 7-0. 21, designate Joanna Basco to review records and storage for destruction, KSA 72-539, 5369.
Make the motion to designate Joanna Basco to review records and storage for destruction.
We have a second,
So,
all in favor? 7-0. 22, approve the resolution to establish home rule.
That's page 65.
65 is the page number. You wanna look at it?
I'll move to approve the resolution to establish home rule.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. Number 23, approve resolution to rescind previous policy.
I'll move to approve resolution to rescind previous policy.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Darren has a second. All in favor? 7-0. Approve membership in Acacia grade school and high school. It looks like that was 500 for high school and 200 for grade school. I'll make the motion to approve the membership with Acacia, both high school and grade school.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. I know.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
25, designate a NKESC representative.
I already asked him, he don't wanna do it.
Mr. President, I'd like to nominate Sandy Collins.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? All opposed?
I don't mind doing it, all
Okay,
right, I'll put my
7-0.
hand up.
Thank you.
I learn a lot.
Okay, number 26, designate Fort Hays Tech Northwest representative, and I'll nominate Bruce.
I'll second
He
that.
spoke with me, he spoke with me today, he said he still wants to do it, so.
Okay, good.
I'll second that then.
Okay, all in favor? 7-0.
We're trying to do that too.
27, establish substitute teacher pay. Currently certified is at 110 a day and non-certified is 100. Do you guys have recommendations or suggestions?
Is that something that we could, if we find out that other schools up it in the area, is that something we can readdress in another meeting?
I'll
Would
see
be my
what
only
we
question,
could.
because every school's gonna be doing it right now, and right now I think we're fairly competitive, but if someone's bumping it extremely high, then I feel like we need to stay competitive.
You wanna set the bar then?
It can be brought back up.
I don't think we're pretty good.
I move to establish substitute pay at the current rate at $110 a day for certified and $100 a day for non-certified.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, 28, approved cost per copy, currently 10 cents for black and white, 25 cents for color, I guess. Was that established by the
Copy people.
print company?
It's what it was last year too, so
Do what?
it was established that last year
Okay,
But this is what it is to make copies for other people,
for
right?
other people.
okay,
Yes,
People
I have to do
outside
with
the
what-
district.
Right.
this is what it costs, that's what we're
Yes,
basically.
So we're
doing it.
basically just passing
Black
it
and
on.
black and white for us.
Okay,
Either way.
alright. I'll make the motion to approve cost per copy, 10 cents black and white, 25 cents color. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, C, approve memorandum of understanding, Wallace County Head Start. 60 something.
It is
73.
So anything change there?
It starts
No change at
before
all.
that. It's 69, I think.
69.
70 is where it starts. 69 is the cover letter.
Yep. Is there any changes to this from last year?
We do have a new teacher though.
Right.
You need a motion, right? I
Yep,
approve
yep.
the memorandum of understanding with Wallace County Head Start.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0.
You and I need to sign that.
Okay, yeah, we have to sign,
There's a bunch, yeah.
I wrote down some of them. Okay, D, renew property lease for daycare. Same rate?
Huh?
Same rate?
Same rate,
Okay.
no change on his part.
I'll make
This is
the,
for the backyard, basically.
Right.
I'll make the motion to renew property lease for daycare.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. E, approve 2026-2027 teaching assignments.
Chelsea Batterton, kindergarten, new hire Tamara Air, first grade, Debbie Summers, second grade, Christina Bolt, third and fifth, Marcia Kling, third and fourth, plus she'll be a head teacher. The fourth and fifth grade science technology is still open at this time. Cassandra Laughlin, Title I, and then halftime and then halftime library. But I'll let you do junior.
Jamie Hawkins, junior high language arts, social studies, sixth grade science. Micah Reiner, junior high school math. Gabrielle Hammer, junior high school science and CTE. Rebecca Edwards, high school English language arts. Eric Jarvis, junior high school social studies, CTE. Hayden Reiner, CTE, construction manufacturing, junior high math. Brenda Trofe, art publications and CTE. Kyle Gefeller, K-12 PE-AD. Currently music is open. Kim Van Mays for special education, and then myself for, would be 8th grade math, just like last year.
Okay, I'm gonna, let's see, on fourth, fifth, science, is that still a possibility?
No, they'll still have science, it's just
I know,
arrange
but
the
our
schedule.
past.
I'm still praying, I
Still
guess would be
don't
the
know.
word to use there.
Okay,
There's some feelers out, how's that?
okay,
Which I haven't read, she actually just responded. Like,
okay, good enough. Do we have a motion to accept teaching assignments?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2026-2027 teaching assignments.
We have a second.
I'll second.
Sandy has the second, all in favor? 7-0. F, approve 2026-2027 negotiated agreement.
I have questions on this. For some reason, I didn't get all the notes down, so I'm hoping somebody else can tell me what they were.
You guys have to fill us in because we don't know.
Okay, well, I asked at the meeting and it didn't happen, cause my concern was if we were over what we were not giving them, then if we were going over, we just as well done it the other way, so I missed minutes.
I think I left that.
Mrs. Hammer emailed all of us on June 24th with what we all.
So the 9 to 12 hour reimbursement ended up being $15.75, cause she said I think there was 3 of them doing it, is what I got. And then I missed the 3%. How much was that going to be with, okay, so they each got, so there was one teacher and they got 4% and we cut it to 2 and they each got 3%?
The head teacher. Yeah, what were they getting?
I don't, that's.
There is a letter on page 3 of our, in our packet that,
But it doesn't give that amount.
no, it does not, it don't give the.
And I think the amounts are pretty important to know where we're at and
What
what
we
we're.
updated, what do you have?
Well, I have, it was going so fast, so she did it was a 4%, I had 13.20 and then we went to 3% each, but I didn't know
Right.
how she got the 4%, what are we taking that times? Backed up and then the 3%.
4%.
It takes it,
33,000.
it takes.
Of the 33,000?
Does it take it times the base pay? or
Yeah,
does
so
it
it's
times-
So 33,000 times
Supplemental, I
3%, and that'd be 2 times, Mark.
Board
So
for
it says,
2 head teacher positions at a 3% supplemental income each.
Right.
That's, yeah, what is that supplemental income?
33,000.
Okay, that's not based on the teacher's salary, that's based on the,
the supplemental salary, I think.
so 3% of 33.
The 4% for the
$1,000.
one person was 13.20, I had that, and then it just got to going so fast when they
Well,
split it that I
3%
missed.
of 33 should be basically 1,000, I mean, not quite, but.
It keeps pulling off.
So we're looking
If
at a
that's the
couple
number,
thousand in
though.
for 2 of them?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
Total.
Right.
It's $9.90 each. 3% of 33,000 is $9.90.
So
If it's
we're
30,
And
looking
if
at
you
about
had
$2,000 then,
yeah.
gotcha, okay. All right,
they're finding right now, right?
and I think there was no way to know the
Starts
other,
getting- It's
and the
33.
other one was gonna be hard to do, so that helps me out, thank you very much.
It was at
30,
It was 1,320 before, so, and that was at 4%.
4% of the 30, did that 33 the same as last year?
Yeah, I don't think that changed, that hasn't changed.
As far as I know, it did not,
It's never changed.
no.
Not since
She didn't talk about a
2014.
change anyways, just that we were gonna divide it from 1 to 2 and go down to 3% each.
Yeah,
I just missed those numbers.
you'd say 13, 320,
13.20.
1320, yeah,
990.
right, but the old one's
Yeah.
1320 would have been 4%. So basically, we're approving what's in that email from Mrs. Hammer back on whatever date.
Right, just having a decent idea of the numbers is what I was wanting to do.
Yeah,
So approving additional high school head teachers, so going back to 2 head teachers instead of just 1 in the building, and at 3% each instead of 4%. Approving college credit reimbursement of moving from, we've been reimbursing for 9 credit hours each year, going up to 12 credit hours each year. 3 would be the sub pay during plan period. Teachers are gonna now receive $25 per class period that they help to cover with, because occasionally there's instances where a teacher will be gone for like first period or something like that, and the teacher that has a plan period at that time will cover that then, and they haven't been getting paid for that, So we're gonna be paying them $25 to do that.
Only if the office
Yes,
calls them.
that's
though.
what I thought.
That's
That's
pretty
the
clear,
request.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because they do trade once in a while, like, hey, I'm gonna be
right,
gone.
they
and
have to go
let us
through
know.
the office to
Gotta go
get
through the
paid.
office,
At
right.
request of the office, yeah.
Yes, yes. Fourth one is the mentorship program updates. So beginning teachers that have just graduated with their education have to, according to the state, have 2 years of mentorship. Is it 2 still?
Yeah.
And so the state covers that mentorship. We also do a supplemental when you have a teacher that already has their degree coming into the building for the first time. We have a mentor that we provide for them just to kind of get accustomed and, to the district and stuff. And so we pay them a 0.5% supplemental rate, which is $165 for 1 year of mentorship. And we will honor their step increases, moving up on the pay scale with another year of experience, and education level advancements on the salary schedule. Also, we are honoring those.
Okay.
Do we have a motion to approve 2026-2027 negotiated agreement?
I make a motion to approve the 2026-2027 negotiated agreement.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. G, approve raise for classified staff and principal. I think the recommendation was 1%, is that correct? Which keeps basic pace
Oh, with the movement of the.
and principal. Classified staff and principal.
How are we
Which
looking at that 106,000 shortfall?
Do what?
Basically a
How are we looking at that
$3,000.
$106,000 shortfall?
It's basically a $3,000
It's $3,000.
total overall. Total overall.
I'll make the motion to approve the raise for classified staff and the principal. Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0.
Essentially, that 1% would be what equates to the steps and levels that Stephanie was talking about that was approved for cert.
Okay, H, treasurer contract. I'm gonna let. You have any information on that one?
And so you told me.
So, we're behind. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'll take the lead on this. We're a little cheap on this, that's what we're paying the treasurer. So the recommendation was to go to $350? $350 a month from Jim Myers. It was currently $200.
Not quite 200. She's making like a, yeah. Like 198 basically.
This is for Jim?
This is for Lindsay.
This, okay, gotcha.
Treasurer.
You're saying according to Jim.
According to, yeah.
We know what kind of, how much time she puts into it?
A lot. To reconcile, I sent her all of the paperwork beginning of July, and July's a big month, but today is the day she finally got it reconciled. So we're talking July 1st to July 13th, so she's put in 2 weeks at trying to get it reconciled. It's a lot of work.
Oh, okay.
It takes a good week at least to reconcile the bank statements. Plus what we do for audit work is a lot of work. And he said that she's way underpaid for the work that she puts into it.
Okay.
That's his recommendation. That's what he generally sees for a treasurer.
And he does, I don't know how many schools in the area.
The majority.
A bunch.
I move to raise Lindsay Daniels as treasurer, her pay to $350 a month for being treasurer.
I'll second that. All in favor? 7-0. I, surplus items
If I remember correctly.
disposal.
Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head, but I believe it's 4 golf bags, Some of the football helmets, actually, we're just gonna give to EMS, they practice cutting them open, which actually meets the requirement for destroying them, because you can't throw a football helmet away, you actually have to destroy it in case a kid ever picked it out of the trash. There's a rowing machine, and there's one other item, elliptical, there you go, that's it.
Nothing that costs money to get rid of them this year then.
Well,
Yeah.
and the golf bags, the zippers and things are broke, and so they're
Yeah.
really not usable. Unless you wanna carry golf balls in a bag that doesn't zip up.
So you say in this motion, we do not need to put the helmets?
No, because anytime that EMS asks for them, and we have old ones, I would much rather they're practicing on what we're using, so that if we ever.
Okay, I'll
have a
move
kid-
to
Well,
dispose of surplus items, the 4 golf bags, a rowing machine, and an elliptical.
Are we talking about trashing them or offering them to people, or are we talking about?
I think it would be, what did we say?
The golf bags realistically should go into the trash. Cause
Yeah.
like I said, they have broken zippers and whatnot. The rowing machine and the elliptical probably need to open them.
Silent auction or something.
Yeah, silent auction or closed bids or,
Okay, that's what I guess I was, yeah.
For closed bids.
from what I understand, on the rowing machine, the monitor part isn't working.
Correct.
And on the elliptical, it's not level, so
When you go to
you're
move.
gonna do this when you're
It's
trying to
comical if you try,
elliptical.
Are you doing any fun when I'm trying?
So whoever were to do something, they're gonna have to fix them to make them workable.
I'm not saying you need to waste much time selling them, but.
Well, you could put it out there.
For a week or two or something, and just
They're
say,
yours
you interested
for
in an
100.
offer?
Best offer or whatever.
What's your offer, Mark?
Yeah,
So change my
I have
motion
none.
from adding
just-
closed to best offer?
yeah.
Okay,
Best offer might be 0.
yeah.
Is there a
That's
second?
fine. Yeah, I'll second that.
All in favor?
Mark?
7. That was Sandy made the motion and Mark seconded.
To dispose of the 4 golf bags, the rowing machine, and the elliptical, and to take the best offer.
Alright, building needs assessment.
So the DLT, we completed the building needs assessment, last week. That is what is required in order for us to be able to, the state legislature requires that we do that before we can start on a budget. So that has been done, and we will get that, fine-tuned and printed and posted on the website. If you guys would like to see it before we post it to the website, we can bring it back to you. We can either email it out and or bring it back to the August meeting. Essentially, what it has, this has been a requirement since, I'm gonna say over a decade or more. It's just your chronic absenteeism, what your state assessment test scores are, post-secondary success, just the basics, but it is a requirement that we have to have before we can build a budget, so.
You just need approval to.
Just tell me, do you want me to bring it back to you guys before we post it on the website? Or do you want me to post it directly to the website?
I'm fine with just posting that. I'd like a copy of the voting now.
Works for me.
Sounds great to me.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, amendment to novice contract, we actually came in
Cheaper.
less than expected on that one.
Some contingency reserve back.
Right.
That was just basically an FYI for you guys to all see that it's
20.
gonna come in lower with the shop.
$23,000 under.
Uh-huh.
Shoot. How often does that happen?
So the contract was in there, well, the numbers were anyway, in the packet. So we're just making a motion to approve that new.
Do we have to approve it, or is that just an
It's just an
information?
information thing.
No, you have to approve it.
You have to
Needs
approve
a
it because it's
signature.
less than what you previously approved.
And it's the contract that's gonna be part of our lease or whatever.
Right.
Your lease purchase.
Alright, so we need a motion to approve the contract
You said-
with Novice for $1.29 million, $1.29,439,000.
I'll make the motion to approve the amendment to this contract of up there.
Can I ask what Navas is?
They're the company we
company.
used.
To put the air conditioned HVAC system
Okay,
in.
thank you.
Yeah.
Alright.
Novitas, not,
Navitas.
Novitas, sorry. I think I keep murdering it.
Do we have a second to approve that? All in favor?
New lower contract.
7-0. Alright, let's switch now to a
Vehicles.
discussion on vehicle replacement possibility.
So every year we have to have, vehicles and, do you want me to do this or you can do this?
You can do it. This has to do with the vehicle, I don't know, do
Number
not
5.
remember.
Number 5.
When, but we spent, let's say,
$2,500.
2,500 a while back on it
Get the Suburban.
to keep it going.
The routes.
Well, now it has more problems.
So it's the 2011 Suburban that's used as a route vehicle. Every year we have to have those inspected before Kansas Highway Patrol will come out and put our stickers in that they're school safe. And during the inspection, they are not willing to sign off on it as it is right now. They want some tire rod replacement, some wheel bearings. He talked to me about a transfer case, but he did not put the transfer case on the bid to fix it. So I'm not sure why that is, but just for the wheel bearings, tire rod, new shocks, is $2,040.95. The transfer case, in talking with Ross, I believe that we had that fixed here not too long ago.
I think it was part of the service that was done before it leaks. I'm assuming that came from like Lamar or something, and it is not involved in that.
So,
This thing does have new tires on it, I do know that, I was told that.
It's a 2011, you said?
who's this from?
2011.
Can I ask Skylar?
Rains Auto Repair.
I'll bet you that place in Lamar would warranty that, if that's really what it is.
Well, this
Maybe
isn't,
that's why
that,
it's not
and
even right.
that might be why he didn't include it on here.
How many miles is on that thing? Do you know?
That I
Probably
do,
not that much.
I do not have. Do you have the mileage for the 2011?
Was it about 155 maybe?
I know it's it's over 100.
Okay. My 11 model is right at 200, and I have no plans of trading off.
So you're saying you want this one?
So, yeah, when you're.
That's not what I'm saying.
Close bid's what I heard right there.
I will remind everyone, we've been off schedule for 2 years.
2 rotations.
Right.
For the vehicle replacements?
For this specific vehicle replacement,
Oh, this one's been off?
this one has been bypassed twice when it was supposed to have been replaced, and from what I was told from the historians in the district, it is because when it was time to replace that, there was something wrong with it and it was being repaired, so it didn't get replaced.
Oh, okay.
Well, some of it's been, we've had a hard time finding them too. If I remember right, like when she's asked for bids from places, it's like,
Well, then I think on the Suburban, I think at the time when you guys said that, it was because we didn't have a route. Like,
Yeah,
we
we
weren't,
did.
we weren't in need.
We had one setting and now we need another
Correct.
route.
Cause now you have one going north, south, east and west, where before you didn't have a north route.
well, I vote on trying to see what we can find.
Should
Yes, I'm
we,
not thinking
I don't know if
good.
we need to vote on it, I guess you guys can tell me whether or not, but should we have you look for something?
So if you're wanting me to put out some RFPs, then you have to be able to give me specifics as to like what you're wanting. Are you wanting something that is brand spanking new, or are you wanting something that is new to you? And if you're wanting something that is new to you, then we have to have specifics like less than 50,000 miles and between this dollar amount frame. We can't specifically state that we want a Suburban or a Ford Expedition or anything like that. You can say that you want it white, and you can say you want a minimum of 8 passenger, and then they can come back to you with whatever they want to that meets, I mean, you could tell them the specific engine that you wanted, or if you wanted it diesel, or if you wanted it,
Just can't be
gas.
maker model.
Yep, you just can't do make or model, or you can't have like pristine white because that's tied to a specific brand. But you can just say like white.
Did that need to be four-wheel drive?
Yes.
I would
If you're
recommend
going
that if
north.
it's for a route, yes.
That's what I assumed it probably did.
And that's another thing you can recommend, but do you want it to be new or do you want it to be new to you? And then what specs do you want on the RFP?
What's RFP stand for?
Request for proposal.
My thought would be something in the 5-year-old range, but I don't, a lot of times it doesn't really gain much for dollars though, so I don't know if that's smart enough.
So you're saying look at both.
So four-wheel drive and wide, I'll throw my 2 pennies in there.
I say not new to us.
Right, I say new to us, but I don't see how we can get to a dollar amount.
Hey,
at this
passenger.
moment. I feel like we should look into something new to us.
Well, don't you want,
They
like,
come
wouldn't
back
you
with
want the
some
new
dollars.
price though, just so you can compare? Like, hey, this is 50,000.
Well, here's the
Oh, I would
thing,
agree with
you
that.
can put out RFPs for both. You can put out an RFP proposal for brand spanking new, and then you can put out an RFP for a new to you. But usually in the RFP, most districts have they have a set dollar amount in capital outlay that they're willing to spend, and so that's why they put the dollar range on it. If you don't want a specific dollar amount, you don't have to put one on there, but just know
We
that
could put a
you
mileage
might
rate.
not be, you can put specific mileage, or less than.
How about less than 50? Get a bid on a new, so we know where we're at there, and then have something done with the four-wheel drive with less than 50.
That seats 8.
The seats 8, that's four-wheel drive.
Do we have another vehicle that we could turn into a route vehicle and then
So
buy a newer
that's the
vehicle?
next thing, so the 2 Suburbans that you have that could go into routes are, the one that I was told is the admin vehicle, it's the 2018, white
Number 6.
Suburban, number 6. That I guess is kind of decked out, if you will, from whoever that administrator was that had purchased it. It has leather, and not this one. It has leather interior, it has all the electronics, it has the sunroof, all of that, and it has 89,000 miles, I believe, was what it had on it this morning. The other vehicle is the newest vehicle in the fleet, it has 23,000 miles on it. It's the 2023, it's the one that Joanne had been driving on her route. And it only has 24,000 miles on it. But those are both going to be pretty new and nice vehicles to be on a route that is that rough.
This 23 model that's all decked out too.
No.
It's basic.
It's basic, it has,
Oh, more
it's
so.
cloth and more school appropriate.
Well, 18 model, I can't imagine being worth a whole lot when you go trade it off, so like, what's the big
Maybe it
deal?
could turn into a
What's the
route.
big deal moving into a route if need be?
Could be.
Depending on what we find or what we
Right.
do, it could potentially be the route bus.
I mean,
Yeah, I could see, so when they say it's decked out, the one I could see is, so like our other Suburbans, most of you have been in a Suburban, you pull up like the little cord to bring the seats in. That other one has a button.
It's, yeah, it's,
And
It's
I could see that button breaking rapidly on a route with
it
kids.
probably gets used a lot on route Suburban versus.
Correct,
Mhm.
it almost never gets used on that.
If it was my route bus, it wouldn't get used.
We could rotate that, I mean,
That's true.
to accommodate the number of kids.
Yeah, if that's a.
Depending on your route,
Possibility.
yeah.
Right.
so possibly move the
6.
the 6 to Joanne's route, which that we call the
South
south
route.
route. And then the 2023 would go on to the north route.
And then see what we can come up with.
And then see what you end up with. You might end up with something, I mean, if you go new to you might end up with something that's older than the 2023 with more miles. Potentially.
No,
If you're gonna do 50,000 miles or less, where that one only has 24,000 miles.
Anybody can interject their opinion on that, that's just a number.
basically price a new one and price a prices on some used ones. I like that.
Let us know where we're at.
We have options at least to make the year roll with, but not like a new Suburban's gonna show up in a month anyway, most of the time. They usually do.
Yeah.
Not if you order it,
Yeah.
it would have to be on the lot.
Got enough there?
Yes.
Alright,
Well, you'll have to make a motion to, approve me to do RFPs for both used and new 8-passenger SUVs, minimum 8-passenger SUV, because you can't say Suburban.
I'll make a motion to approve Beecher to do RFPs for 8-passenger SUVs, both in a newish category, like less than 50 miles, and a used
50,000.
category of less than 50,000 miles.
With four-wheel
With four-wheel drive.
preferably white.
Yeah. That's why. We're looking tan, 2011.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, now we're on policy updates. Yep.
Or maybe a comment. So we've had these, looked them over good, should have, I guess. Is there any way we can do them all at once? The search center does, they just,
I think we have.
I mean,
done
if
that
everybody
before, I'm pretty
agrees,
sure.
and if there's anything maybe to discuss on one of them or something, but
Especially the ones that are like
The only
almost
one that I
state
would like,
mandatory.
the only one that I would like to take out and have some discussion for some personalization to the district is IIBGC, which is the staff online activities, so that we can put some specific things in there to Wallace County, like Parent Square,
sounds great. Just
Some
if we
of
could
that.
shorten going through.
Okay,
I mean, if we've read them all,
I would agree.
Okay, if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna ask for a motion to approve all policy updates except for IIBGC
as presented.
as presented.
I will move what Ross said.
Do you have that, Joanna?
All policy updates except IIBGC as
Correct.
presented.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, now let's have discussion on IIBGC, staff out online activities.
So, there are a lot of districts, if you follow Facebook at all, Colby put out a press release, just last week that was shared on Kansas pregame that, I don't know, if it's gone viral or whatever. But essentially what it is that none of our coaches, teachers, et cetera, whether they're Rule 10 or whether they're full-time certified, can befriend or be friends with any student on any type of social media. So that's, X, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else they come up with, WhatsApp, whatever else they come up after that that we don't currently know about. And so we are aware that there are some that do have students on it, which is very important as to why we get this policy passed, because that law changed July 1. So we're actually a little behind getting our staff notified, so we really would be in violation of that as of this time. The other thing that it will affect is if you are a school employee and let's say you have a group, like a 4-H group or a youth group, and they use some type of a program to communicate with kids, they can't be a part of that. They can't be the leader that's sending those messages out, and they can't be on that. Like if they're in GroupMe, they can't be in a GroupMe or a Remind Me app that includes any students that we would have.
Or
So-
any athletes if they're coaches.
Yes, or any athletes if they're coaches.
Should you have some good wording for this?
Well, The state, you can see from what they sent out, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
The only thing that we would really like to add is on, these don't have page numbers, so I'm going to apologize. At the top of it, there is a drawn out thing, and it says uses of social media platforms for official school purposes. That's in that policy. You think that's page 3?
I think it's page, well, it's front and back, so yeah, page 2.
I'm giving you a minute to find them because I know that it was really long. The IIBGC would have been alphabetized in the policies that were sent out. If you're looking on the online version, that was only 34 pages, Stephanie, for some reason it's not on there. I found that out the hard way myself today, sorry. Okay.
It's in the email that we got a while ago.
It is in that
I
one.
think,
Board
Policy
approved
update
messaging
number-
notifications
Yeah.
down here.
and I would, just like our cell phone one, this is probably gonna be a forever evolving policy.
What
Because,
page is that?
you know, we're moving.
14.
I only have a black and white copy, so I don't.
It starts off on the top, does not include private communication.
Yes,
Sorry, John.
yes.
We're just talking about that, just 14, yeah.
When you-
Because it has the board may approve specific social media platforms, we use Facebook for our mass communication, comments off.
The other thing about it is if you had a coach and let's say they were the basketball coach and they wanted to create their own Facebook page that was just for like boys or girls basketball and post things about their kids, that's no longer allowed anymore either. There has to be one designated, Facebook page essentially that administration is able to control and to be able to go through and make sure that there's no messaging that's happening behind it. Anything that we post online now, we have to turn comments off.
That was my
And you had
next
talked
comment
about that
came
last
in.
time, is that something, I don't know, we talked whether that was a good idea, I can't remember what we did.
Oh, shutting
decide
them
on
off?
that.
I think you have to.
You
Right,
have
right, right, but I mean
So
doing
is
that.
Pre-game and sports in Kansas excluded from,
They're not a school.
They're not a school, so they can share what's on your page, but we can't, like if they shared something of our page, we can't comment on their sharing.
so a lot of that stuff though is sent to them by a coach, so that's cool.
There's nothing in statute regarding that yet. I do feel that this will be an ever
I'm just
evolving
asking.
thing, because if you want my personal opinion, I don't know how this is ever going to be policeable or enforceable.
Well, that, there's, they didn't put any teeth behind it. But
Yeah.
You know, just because there's no teeth doesn't mean we don't want to be in compliance.
Right.
So, the very first, under uses of social media platforms for official school purposes, it says the board may approve specific social media platforms for employee use. For official school purposes, and employees are expected to utilize only board-approved social media platforms. So we would ask that you have the official USD, what's it called on Facebook? USD 241 Wallace County Public Schools will be our official Facebook page.
Yes, USD 241.
So it's
It's
just
just
USD,
241.
it's just USD 241, sorry, it doesn't say Wallace County Schools, the picture does, but not the actual page. And then if you go down about halfway where it talks about other online platforms, there's 4 bullets there. And in the third bullet, it says board-approved messaging, notifications, or collaboration platforms. We would like for that to specifically list Parent Square is going to be our official form of communication. And staff are allowed to have GroupMe groups, but for parents only. No students are allowed in the GroupMe groups. Specifically, it was brought to my attention, like for junior high, parents don't go to activities. They generally ask in that group, like, hey, have you left yet? How long until you're going to be back? So they know when to pick up their child. So as long as it is just parents in there, we are still within compliance of the statute. There just can't be any kids. But we would like to ask for those specific items. So if everyone is in agreement with that, you could say we agree to approve II.
So no more student square?
Oh, no,
Parent-
Parent Square.
Parent Square
It's
is the
same.
same thing as Student
To
Square.
approve Parent Square, USD 241 being our Facebook page, and GroupMe only for parents. That's the motion you need?
Well,
Just
or
fit
to
to-
approve IIBGC as presented with specifying our official Facebook page, Parent Square for our official communication, and GroupMe for parents only.
Did you get all that, Joanna? I like that all.
She's gotta repeat that.
Okay, I'll repeat that again and just,
So technically, our Booster Club page falls under our umbrella. It's not actually school because it's Booster Club, but every single court case in the history has always linked Booster Clubs with schools, so do we need to have a motion for Booster Club's Facebook page to be? I know that sounds weird, but
Well,
PTO and
We
Booster Club
may-
are an umbrella of your school. That's one, like I said, I will find out on that, and we can update it next month.
Yeah.
Sound good? I just thought of that.
You know, that's right, 'cause it didn't come up before. That's a good
and
point.
it's not listed in the statute anywhere.
class sponsors communicating with students. Where's that
Has to
fall
be through school email
under? Through school email.
Or
or Parent Square.
Parent Square.
which Parent Square I can set them up on that.
So if coaches are sharing on Facebook about their team,
They cannot share to their personal page, period. So when a parent signs at the beginning of the year when they do enrollment and they sign the consent form for the school to utilize their kids' pictures, that is for school purposes only. If a coach chooses to take a picture of a kid at a sporting event and post it on their personal page, that parent actually has legal recourse against that coach because that coach did it on their personal page, not affiliation with the school. If the school posts it and then they share it, that's a different story because it was posted by the school.
okay.
But they shouldn't, the original post should not be from their personal page.
In your example, is the coach in trouble with the school or just potentially with that parent? It's like if the coach has permission.
So
to
it
parent.
would depend,
it
because they could
depends.
slap litigation against the school saying, I signed and
Because
your
the coach-
coach violated it because it's an employee of your school.
Depends on the direction the parent wants to go.
But if the school has such a, say, some schools have YouTube page and they live stream that's okay if the school posts the game
Is
live?
correct.
Because they gave permission for that. They gave permission to the school. Now, if they didn't give permission to the school or they denied it, then technically nothing could be streamed that that child is in. Which means that whatever comes in.
No,
it is-
because it's considered a public space when it's
Yeah.
a game.
So is there gonna be a meeting where this is
For coaches,
discussed?
yes, that's why we have to have this,
Yeah.
that's why this was
Okay.
important, because
I feel like
we had
some of that
nothing.
really needs to be explained in detail.
Mhm.
Well, they might pretty easily come up with something else that was discussed more at the board meeting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, what about this?
At least we've got it.
And I do believe that there will be a lot of what ifs and a lot of questions. And I think it's because the policy was written so vaguely
Mhm.
And
and
you hear so much.
it's
of it.
unenforceable, to be honest, with how they've written it. But, we're going to do our best to be in compliance. And as we get the what ifs, then we'll make phone calls and if we need to make changes or tweaks. I truly believe that the state legislature is gonna continue meeting about this. And they're going to have changes and tweaks to where this will be revisited multiple times throughout the year. That's my personal thoughts and opinions on it.
Well, right now, you
Just
know,
like the cell phones for no cell bell to bell.
you know, KSB's been through this.
Well, multiple times
Fine-
since it started.
fine-tooth comb and, yeah, making changes on the go too. It's not like
Right.
we're tweaking it just a little to fit our school, but we're not really changing
Yeah, cause it used to have,
what they've been
that one
through.
that struck out, all board approved platforms must allow for appropriate administrative supervision, monitoring, and record retention, but they scratched that, so.
No longer have to have records kept for,
That's what's in the policy.
I don't know how you would have a record for, on
Well,
social
wasn't it
media, cause
some-
you can delete
but
posts
you
and
were only
whatever.
allowed to have social media that had records
Correct.
originally.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's this original discussion like 2 months ago.
Which I think
We
is,
talked about that.
I think it still talks about like communication with students has to have the ability to have the records. That's just for the social media platform, I think.
Mhm. And that's the reason why, like, the Facebook pages and whatever have to be able to be controlled by administration so that we can see the history, if there were messages sent or any type of communication that way.
Motion's on the table.
You have
In
your
her
motion
words.
down?
You have to repeat it. Specifying parent
I
square.
said, so motion to approve IIBGC as presented with, tell me to slow down if I need to.
Okay.
With USD 241 Facebook page being the official district Facebook. And board approved messaging, notification, and collaboration platforms.
Time it.
I know.
Official with USD Facebook page as official Facebook.
Yes. And then.
Okay.
Board approved messaging, notification, or collaboration platforms. Will be designated as Parent Square, and GroupMe for parents only. Or maybe it should be parents only GroupMe,
There you go.
because Parent Square can have kids on it too, but the
Got it.
GroupMe could be parents only.
Sandy moved.
As
You good with
stated,
that, Sandy?
You still
As
good with-
stated,
you
yes.
Still good with that one, Sandy?
I love it, yes.
Thank you.
Sandy has the
Wasn't quite, I
motion.
got specifically, I started writing it down, I'm like, okay, I'm done, so,
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Alright, letter N. Board of Education goal and expectations retreat with Bill Bierman. This is part of our superintendent search process.
So the money that you already paid, it's no additional funds. The money that you already paid for the superintendent search, that included a 2-hour session for him to sit down with the Board of Education and the superintendent to go over goals and expectations. I had asked Bill to provide me some possible dates. That was last week. I got he said, I'll check my schedule. Today I asked him and I got crickets. So if you guys want to come up with some potential dates, or at least tell me like what week or whatever maybe, I don't know, because we won't get back together again until August, and this will have to be this will be a special board meeting with the goal setting with Bill.
a week of fair is not a good idea. The week after
I
fair
already
won't
told
work
him
for
that the
me.
last week of July would probably was completely out.
Is that when your fair is also?
Yeah, unfortunately, that's when our fair is as well.
That's good.
And that's also, KSDE conference. In Wichita,
What day does our next meeting fall
August 10th.
A Monday.
on? I know that.
Second Monday.
11th, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be right.
I only know that
Would
because
it
we
be
were
the second
sharing
Monday of the month?
That will be.
That's the 10th. And staff starts on the 12th.
He didn't say anything about maybe next week? That's too soon.
He
for
said
him.
nothing.
He told me that he would check some dates, and then I didn't hear anything, and so today I followed back up, and I got crickets. It hasn't even been read yet.
I'm out next week. I guess technically I could do something this week, but then the next 2 weeks, I don't know if I
I've got service on Thursday.
I mean, arguably, if you're setting goals and stuff, you could do that even into August, early September, because
Right.
it'd still be early enough in the school year to be setting your goals and stuff. I mean, ideally, it'd be nice before the staff.
I guess we can wait to see what he offers, and then you could email that out to us, correct? And then,
I can email it out, but you'll have to do a reply just back to me. You can't do a reply at all, cause then it would be considered a board meeting.
Everybody have that? I guess we'll go that route. I mean, he may not be available. Maybe give us some money back. Okay. I guess that's it.